Hey guys, so I was in the process of filming my bodywork part 2 on the getting rid of the hood pins and doing some scribing and stuff. Uh, and I realized I've kind of fell into a snag, or found a snag that's going to hold up bodywork. And the snag is the side windows, that one and that one. Because I'm going to show you this, but I'm going to have to put a black background on it so it kind of stands out better than this uh, uh, cloth. Okay, so now that you can see it, let me find something to point with very carefully, like a toothpick. So on this side window, on both of them, I'll do, let's see if I can get, there it is. There's a little edge, this edge right on the back of the window. It's very faint. I don't even know if the camera will pick it up, but there's a slight edge. It's maybe, it's not even much, but that needs to be painted body color right next to a black trim. And the worst part is, not only does it need to be painted, it needs to have the tic tac uh, going across it. So there's actually going to be little tic tac marks on this part of the window after body paint. That means I need to paint the trim on the windows before I can do the paint. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on that now. And I really don't, windows are my least favorite thing in the builds because I never seem to be able to do them without messing something up. And I've already see that the front windshield, or the back window, already has a scuff on it, but we're going to try to clean it first. So I'm going to start, I'm going to get my cloth back over here because I want to protect the windows and get started on getting these removed and getting them masked. All right, so the first thing we're going to do to get the windows off without too much grief is I'm going to use my scriber to kind of help remove them. That should do right there. There. That way you're not stressing the part. Because if you stress the part, it's going to make a permanent mark that you're not going to get out. I'm going to put some gloves on, or a glove, so I'm not putting any fingerprints or any kind of marks on that. Make sure it's no dust. Okay, toothpick. Now this is a crucial moment where we're gonna cut this out, but it's not my first time. Everything usually goes pretty good. Be helpful if I was in camera. Here. Oop, little bubble. Gotta get that bubble out of there. Bubbles mean bleed through. And we definitely don't want that. All right. Now I'm going to get my other knife that's got. Oh, there we go. Checking to make sure my blade's nice and sharp. All right, the inside is done. Now we're going to turn around and do the outside. Make sure everything's pushed down. All right, there. The windshield is masked front and back. The back side's going to get some semi-gloss black, and the front is actually, I'm going to try, somebody had suggested or said on the Facebooks that rubber black would actually be a better coat, but I think I'm going to do a semi-gloss first, and then I'll maybe just do a mist of rubber, so it's not a full rubber black. So we'll try it, see what happens. Anyway, I'm going to speed it up and do the rest of the windows. Okay, so I have both my front and rear window masked on the inside and out, and I want to show you something real quick. If you think that this is hard to do, it is not. All it takes is masking tape, Tamiya tape, patience, and a good sharp blade, and of course practice. Because I want to show you this. I built this several years ago. This is a 72nd scale little Royal Air Force fire truck for the airport. And if you look real closely, you'll, let's see. Anyway, the windows, it's basically two windows, a side window, the whole front, both sides are separate. In 72nd scale, I did all the masking on the windows so I could paint the red, and that was actually not too bad. It had a good raised edge on it, and if you look real closely, you can see that there is a little tiny triangular wing window at the very front of the side. That was the hardest part, but I had to mask it inside and out so I could do the green on the inside. So don't be afraid to try to do your own window masking. It's not that hard. Now back to work. Okay, so we have everything masked inside and out, and we're ready for the paint booth. So let's switch cameras and go to the paint booth. Okay, here we are in my spray booth, and get my glove back on. So before I spray anything with my airbrush, I like to put just a little bit, which this is actually too much, but I like to put a little bit of lacquer thinner in the cup and let it sit for at least 5 minutes, which it's been over that since I stuck it on here. And the purpose of that is that if there's any residual dry paint on your airbrush on the tip, it will it'll stick in there. So if you ever have a stuck needle, put some lacquer thinner in there and just let it sit for a while. It'll eventually work its way through, just like that. So, make sure all the lacquer thinner's out. So for the windows, I'm using, I think that's TS6 matte black, decanted into this little Scale Finishes bottle. That's what I typically do. I'm gonna close it, shake it up one more time. There's not much left in here, but there should be enough for this. A little bit of paint on the outside of my cup, and that's going to annoy me, so I'm going to clean that up. Oops. Alright, no bumping the mic with my head. There. And let's do it. Perfect. Okay, back to the bench. Okay, it has been about an hour since I sprayed it. So let's take our masks off for the windows carefully, which requires, I really don't know any other way of doing this, and I don't like it, but I'm going to use my knife, try to just grab the edge of the tape and lift it without actually scratching anything. I need to get my glove back on. Don't put your fingerprints on the window. And for the back side, that is a nice, ooh, that, okay, I do like the rubber black on there. Let's see if I can get it nice close up. Maybe. Don't know if you can see the, let me put it on something else. Let me get the other window off first. Get the back window done. That looks good. Now I can already tell that I didn't get this black painted. This side here on the back is not painted as good. Like, I didn't get enough, so it's not perfect, but sitting on a, nobody's gonna see it. Now let's look at, let me put it on a black background. Maybe that'll help where you can see the rubber black on it. Not sure you can see the rubber black, but I can. So that's pretty good. So now what we're going to do is put these windows in something to protect them. And actually, let's see, what do we got? Ooh, I didn't know that was in there. Huh. Where did that other bag go? I swear I had another bag somewhere. Oh, we'll just take tires out. How about that? Get them in there. I like to put my windows in little bags like this to kind of protect them. And then those are going to go on a shelf. The side windows will still need to be painted, body color and decaled and all that good stuff. So I'm not going to take the masks off those. So anyway, that is how I paint my windows without paint masks. So thanks for watching.